Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Today's video, we're going to talk about the food shortage that is here. So, for those of you wondering why I didn't post much last week, I was on the 343 ride, or the FDNY 343 ride charity event, which was a week long, right? The guys traveled from Montauk, New York, all the way to Washington, D.C., and the last stop was in Arlington Cemetery. So anyway, with that going on, I thought I was going to have time to at least publish videos, and I didn't even have time to do that because there was just a lot to do. That being said, we're getting back to it. Now, while I was on this 343 ride, I was doing support. So I was in a van or the back of a pickup, either taking pictures or breaking down the rest stop for the guys and the women who were doing a bike ride. While we were traveling through, I guess, these states and these towns, I noticed something which at first I sort of shrugged off in the first town, Toms River, New Jersey. As I'm going through the towns, I'm noticing less food, guys, in these stores. Now, the first store was, I think, Toms River Walmart. And we walk in there and we're looking for, I think, a charger cord for my iPhone. One guy's looking for some water. Another guy was looking for Diet Pepsi. So we go in there and I'm looking at the food section. Guys, there was barely anything in the freezers. Now, I sort of chalked that up to, initially walking in, I chalked it up to, all right, delivery didn't come in or whatever the case was. And I go back, I get the charger, I come back again, I go through another aisle, same shit, guys, not a lot of food in those freezers. So as I'm walking to the front, I notice also that there's a lot less supplies, like gadgets, if you will. There's enough clothes, but a lot less supplies, like coffee makers, toasters, things like that, were also sparse throughout the shelves. So I get to the guy to pay for my shit, and we get to the guy to pay for our shit, and I asked the guy, I said, you guys have a lot less shit here. And he goes, yeah. He goes, we haven't been getting much in. The kid in the back, the electronics kid who sold me the cord for my iPhone, he said the same thing. He goes, yeah, we're not getting a lot of stuff in. He goes, for whatever reason. So he doesn't know, or at least he's unaware. So now, that was like, all right, maybe they just missed a couple deliveries or whatever it was, because Toms River is a small town. Then we go to Maryland, and I forgot where the hell we were in Maryland, but it was like National Park Drive or Parkway Drive or something like that. And the place was called Food Lion. And there, same thing, guys, not a lot of food on the shelves. Things were packed to the front to make it look like there was a lot of food, but you could tell that there was not a lot of food products stocked on these shelves. That being said, I said before that we were going to have a food shortage, and a lot of us YouTubers said that we were going to see a food shortage. But this is a slow burn. This is not that fast-paced food shortage you see in movies, you know, where like week 2, it's all gone. No, it's a slow burn because we're getting less supplies in. Now, is it a food shortage or is it a lack of food production? Because there is a difference. Right? Food shortage would say that there's no food to be produced to be on the shelves. Whereas there might be food to produce, but there's not enough workers to help. There's not enough truck drivers to deliver them. So is it a food shortage or is it a lack of production? Nonetheless, guys, the food is not making it to the shelves. Whether, you know, it's lack of production or actual lack of food, it's not making it to the shelves. That would give the appearance of a food shortage. Now, we are also going to see a turkey shortage for Thanksgiving. That's undoubtedly going to happen. And I remember I said that a month ago or 2 months ago, and a couple people laughed at me in the comment section, and then a week later they released an article saying there's going to be a turkey shortage this year. So, all that is telling us, guys, as preppers, is that we need to get to, like I said before, and I'll say it a million times until I'm blue in the face, pass out, or die. We got to continue to prep. We got to continue to buy food, get food, freeze it, store it, can it, whatever you need to do it. Because it's going to get worse. It's probably going to get exponentially worse, but it's going to take a while to get there. So it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be 2 months from now. It could be 6 months, a year. It could be 2 years from now, where we see a complete collapse in our food supply chain. Right now, it's collapsing, but it hasn't collapsed yet. So, I told you before, the smaller towns are going to see it first. Then the big cities are going to see it. Right now, we're seeing a price increase in food, but we're not really seeing a food shortage. I can go in any supermarket and the shelves are stocked. But when you leave the big cities and you go out to the more rural areas or smaller towns, you're going to see less food there. And that's going to build up over time. So if you live in a small city, get rocking and rolling. If you live in a big city, get rocking and rolling. Get your shit in order, get the food you need in order, and start canning. Now, I know Prepper Tribe, at least his wife, posted a picture of them canning, so they started canning as well. I'm late to the game. I'm like the last guy to do it. And every time I say I'm gonna get to it, a million things pop up. So obviously I have to get to it, right? And I gotta start storing shit away because this is getting a lot more serious than we would have said 6 months ago that we would have saw a food shortage coming. But we thought that it was gonna be a little faster, and then when it didn't happen, we were like, all right, maybe it's not happening. It's happening, but it's happening at a slower pace. The slow burn, right? So when I did my live stream, the slow burn to the apocalypse, guys, everything that's happening is happening at a slower pace because we all live in the mindset of a movie in some way, shape, or form. Movies, it happens so quickly, but in reality, it's happening a lot slower. So being that the food shortage is, looks like it's happening, guys, we need to get rock and rolling. We need to get our shit squared away. And a lot of us who are getting into hunting or are hunters need to start storing more natural meat away. All right, guys, so other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me, the Angry Truth channel. You can also follow me, the Angry Lensman channel. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.